Hi, parents. Welcome to the humanities presentation. I am Nikki Minich. I'm your child's English 1 pre-AP teacher. Mrs. Jennings can't be here beside me to kind of walk you through her notes, but I've been teaching with her for many years now, so I have an idea of what she typically presents. Of course, if you have any lingering questions or concerns, you can reach out to either of us at the end of this presentation. But for now, let's get started. Again, my name is Mrs. Minich. I graduated from the University of Texas at Dallas, and I am actually a Marcus High School alum. I went through McCullough and then Briar Hill and then Marcus myself, so I'm really familiar with our feeder pattern and the expectations that students need to meet in order to be successful in college or in the workforce. I've been teaching since 2010, and I'm married to a wonderful man named Kevin, and I have two little boys, Liam and Oliver. They are both at the STEM Academy at Bridalwood right now. Mrs. Jennings graduated from UNT. She actually has a bachelor's in criminal justice, so she is pretty prepared for teaching teenagers, let's just say that. She's been teaching since 2004, and she's married to a man named Shane. They just celebrated a pretty big anniversary recently, 25 years, and they have two big boys, one named Lee, who's been out of Marcus for a while, and one named Kenny, who's a sophomore now. In regards to ELA, your children have been phenomenal with their communication, but if you need anything from me, you're welcome to contact me here at minichin@staff.lasd.net. While I haven't been able to post many photos on Twitter recently, we're trying to kind of limit how frequently our kids are in groups and how often I'm going over there and getting in their space to take pictures. We do hope that that will be something that I'm able to do soon, and when that's the case, you'll see all kinds of photos posted on my Twitter, so please feel free to go follow me at Nikki Minich. A lot of people wonder how English, language arts, and AP Human Geography work together. My content very much supports Mrs. Jennings' AP Human Geography content. For example, Mrs. Jennings was recently talking about culture, and we read an excerpt in which students were able to see illustrated for them via the characters notions of assimilation versus acculturation versus appropriation, and they were really able to talk through these kind of intangible definitions, but this time with a character and a narrative and something that's a little bit more concrete. So I am consistently pulling in texts that help your child understand these really difficult college level concepts and terms that Mrs. Jennings introduces in AP Human Geography. Mrs. Jennings is very sweet. She provides you her cell phone number. So 972-489-5959 is her cell phone number. She says that she does not respond after 9 p.m. So if it's after 9 p.m., you may want to just shoot her an email. You can reach her at jennings@staff.lasd.net. She asked me to just remind parents that there is homework every night for AP Human Geography. This is a college level course that your 14 or 15-year-old child is completing right now. And that can be pretty rigorous and it can be pretty overwhelming, but it is less overwhelming in bite-sized chunks. So 30 minutes of studying every night really makes a difference when there's a looming test or exam or project. We really recommend that students be reading and reviewing their terminology every single night. Mrs. Jennings also recommends that all students come for tutoring. Tutoring is for everybody. She really likes people to come in and just ask questions. Provide just another person in the room for other students to kind of like bounce ideas off of. She really likes to foster collaboration and communication and learning with peers, and so we highly recommend that people join us for tutoring before or after school. Mrs. Jennings would also like students to watch and read the world news. It's really helpful to know what's going on in our world when we're talking about AP Human Geography concepts. And study groups are are extremely helpful. Keep them small, keep them focused. Join a study group with somebody who is going to edify and better you, not somebody who is going to be a distraction. So if your child has not yet joined a study group, please encourage them to. They can meet on WebEx, they can talk through difficult assignments. It's really great when they have a little tribe of their own peers to be working through their confusion. We also have 4 things that we would like to remind you of. Because we are an all-year course, our midterm exam is actually in January. That means our 9 weeks is actually 18 weeks. This is because I teach every other day and Mrs. Jennings teaches every other day. She has Monday and Wednesday direct instruction. I have Tuesday and Thursday direct instruction, and we both teach on Friday. Of course, the days that I have direct instruction, Mrs. Jennings is answering questions, pulling out kids for conferencing, doing one-on-ones, and vice versa. But because I only get the opportunity to have direct instruction every other day, it means my 9 weeks does end in January. I do have to have the same number of grades as a traditional pre-AP class, so it may seem right now that we have fewer grades than any of your child's other classes, and that is normal. They will have the same number as a traditional ELA class come January at our 9-week period. Communication, we communicate with our students quite frequently through email. So please feel free to encourage your child to check their inbox every day. If we're having trouble getting a hold of them via email, we'll often shoot them a WebEx, like a little WebEx message. So however they would like to get in touch with us is just fine as long as they are communicating with us. We do send home some pretty important information and reminders, so it's a good idea for them to take ownership of that communication with us. The AP test for Mrs. Jennings is on May 4th. You can begin registering now. She has already emailed you the details about registering. The cost of the test is $98, and she has already begun preparing those kiddos to do a phenomenal job on that test. We have little doubt that they are going to be awesome. And then lastly, this is for our virtual kids. We're still noticing that some of our virtual kids are not adhering to the correct schedule. Please ask your child to adhere to the schedule that is posted on Canvas. I, for example, had several students miss an assignment that was due on Friday because they were not looking at the correct calendar. And it's been about a month, so we're surprised that some students are still not looking in the right place. So we would love your help in funneling them into our Canvas to look at our schedules, our calendars posted there. As long as they're following those, they should be great. If you have more questions, please contact us. You have our contact information. Feel free to shoot us a message or give us a call, and we would love to help you out. We have absolutely loved getting to know your students this year. We lost our last bunch in March, and gosh, we are just in this teaching gig for the teaching. So we have lamented the time lost. So when I say we are grateful to have those kids back, I mean it. We are so grateful. Again, it was nice to speak with you. Let us know if you have any questions.